Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I thought I would hang out with you, chat with you. I'm going to be using the Uni Pen Fine Line in .3. I haven't used this yet. I purchased it in July. I also purchased this guy, and he's already out of ink. So, yeah, I kill pens. I'm kind of disappointed how little ink this actually holds, but it's fine. I'll do a full review once, like, it's completely done, but the ink isn't even black anymore. So let's try this pen and see if I can kill this one maybe a little bit. And I thought we would chat about December. So December is the last month of the year, obviously, we all know this. And I thought, because a lot of folks do, like, what do they call it? Vlogmas, where they vlog every day in the month of December. I don't think I can do that. Like, I know what it took to do December. And, I mean, to do October every single day. And some of those weren't scripted, and I didn't have things I was trying to teach you. And because of that, like, that was fine, but I'm doing another bird. I might have another animal on here. We'll see how much time this takes me. Pen and ink takes me a while. Like, this one took me like 3.5 hours. So it's not like a super quick process, but this pen is very smooth though. I do like that. And the ink is black, so hooray. I am losing my voice a little bit, so just bear with me if I keep clearing my throat. I apologize. I know it sounds horrible, but it's kind of where I'm at today. And I'm having some allergies and stuff. Anyways, so for December, because I don't think I can do every single day, I thought instead maybe I could do twice a week. Do something on like a Wednesday and then have a weekend thing. So I was thinking maybe doing like tutorials on the weekends, and I was thinking about doing some watercolor tutorials. I haven't done nearly enough watercolor this year, and it's kind of made me sad just because I can't get to everything that I want to do in my life because I only have like 3 hours a day. If I had, 8 hours a day, I probably would get to more stuff. I mean, my hand would definitely fall off. Let's just be for real. It would definitely fall off. But I'd get more done for a little while. Like, some things would happen. Anyway, so this is what I was thinking. Watercolor tutorial on the weekend. And if you folks want to vote, I can put a poll up. So look for a poll on my communities tab of the type of things you want me to do or what mediums you prefer I do. I'm thinking watercolor, but if like there's something really specific that's making you crazy, we can lean into that. Botanicals, animals, people, I don't know. We could play around with things I never watercolored before. It could be like a learning thing for both of us. Like, never have I ever watercolored like fabric folds. I've just never really done that. I've done a leather book, but like still lives. Like, I've never done watercolor still lives, and maybe we can like set a thing up, like flower with lemon or something, and figure that out together, like what that would look like, what colors I would lean into and why, and the layers of shadow, highlight, all that stuff. But along with that, I apologize. My neighbors are doing things. My neighbors do things. They're really cool. I have the coolest neighbors. But when you do things, it gets loud. And then for the midweek videos, I was thinking of talking about like artist topics, like reaching and setting artist goals and what those could possibly be. Talking my low buy. I have some low buy videos to talk about. I need to do my paper purchase for 2024. And I thought maybe we could like sit down and look at some of the things I am contemplating purchasing and see where I'm willing to shell out extra money and where I want to pinch pennies and why. That might be interesting, talking about some of that stuff. I always think it's interesting. I'm not necessarily interested in the items specifically that artists talk about, but their frame of mind and like why they lean into certain things. And maybe that could help you if you're on the fence about some general purchasing items, if you're doing a low buy, no buy, if you're on a limited income or trying to keep to a budget, especially around the holidays. Budgeting can be very difficult. We try and purchase, experiences and stuff more so than other things, but it doesn't always work. So that was my thought for December. 2 videos a week. One just a fun tutorial. If we want to make something specific, like, I don't know. I mean, Christmas cards, for those who celebrate, Christmas cards kind of go out kind of early in December, and I don't know if gift tags are the way to go with that. Like, just because there's folks that don't do Christmas, and so I'm kind of not going to do Christmas related stuff too much. I want everyone to feel included, and if you want to turn one of the tutorials into a gift, a handmade gift for someone, you totally could. Or you want it as a gift for yourself. But I think doing Christmas specific stuff just alienates people, and that's never something I want to do. So we could just hang out, and I could just draw, we could paint, and then we could talk about artist things, artist topics, like cleaning supplies and maintaining what we have, and we could see my empties for the year, the things I've used up completely. I don't think it would surprise you to know a lot of them are pen and ink, so spoiler. But still looking at those and seeing those visually is very, very helpful since we are visual people. Seeing what our empties look like. Just some things like that I thought might be super interesting to discuss, and ponder, things to talk about, like as artists, as creators. I mean, we could talk a little social networking if you want to. I could just tell you stories of my successes and failures. Sometimes I think it's interesting to hear people's journey and like what they would have done differently along the way with certain things. If you're interested in my opinions on art degrees, again, these things are just my own personal opinion. It doesn't really make them right, and it doesn't really make them wrong. Like, everything I say is with a grain of salt because it's art. So, I mean, if you want my opinion, I can give it to you. But that doesn't mean it's the right one or the right one for you. It's just interesting hearing people talk about stuff. So that's what I thought I would do as a compromise. I just realistically can't do it every day. We have 3 kids, and my birthday, our wedding anniversary, Christmas, because that is a holiday we do celebrate. Yeah, Thanksgiving isn't Thanksgiving. That's definitely one we do a little different, but we do Christmas, so it's just really, really hard to try and negotiate videos around holidays. It becomes incredibly difficult. I know, all the scribbling, kind of wild, but that works for you if you're interested in some watercolor tutorials. We can do some things. We could do like a landscape. We could do... I'm not very good at buildings, like urban sketching. And I don't know if it's going to be dry. So We tend to live where the rain is at. I can still be seen good. I feel like this just isn't dark enough up here. So, I mean, going outside, there is a really cool, like, house. That's putting it mildly. It's kind of a mansion. There's this old historic mansion where I live. And it might be super fun to, like, go over and do a doodle and try to figure out a way to get that on camera. I'm not sure how to do that, but like just walking around town. Or maybe we could do a, we have a lot of really cool murals where I live. Like they hire a lot of artists to do murals, and we could drive around and look at them. I could have my husband stand next to them. He's over 6 feet tall. I don't know. I'll translate that into centimeters. He's 6'2", so for perspective, we could have him stand next to stuff if he doesn't mind. And we could do that. Look at some cool outdoor free art. I love murals. Graffiti that is approved is also art. I like that as well. We could look at some of that. That's art for the masses. I'm not really into the illegal activity portion of it, just because I don't want to see artists getting arrested for doing art. Like, that makes me sad. So we could look at the approved art though. That would be really fun. I don't know. I kind of want to get out. I need to talk to our zoo, see if the avian flu thing is still going on. I still want to show you some really cool birds. There's some things I want to do, but it's not always like conducive to the weather and what's going on around us. So yeah, 2 videos a week. What say you? I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think it's a good compromise. Again, I still want to talk low-buy stuff, but it's basically I'm not purchasing anything, you know? I'm only doing a couple purchases a year, so when I'm not purchasing stuff, I'm really not thinking about supplies like I used to, and I don't watch haul videos anymore. Maybe I should just turn this into a conversation. Like, I don't really watch haul videos anymore. Sometimes I check and see what new supplies is out, especially around planner months, you know, when planners are released for the new year, because I really enjoy having a paper planner. That's something I like to have in my life. Just one though. It's not like I have 5 for different things. I just do the one, and that's kind of my concession. Like, trying to keep with moderation, and only I'm doing moderation all the time, so the irony isn't missed. But I don't really watch other people's haul videos anymore. They're not, like, I know how much I use now in a year, and I know what I gravitate towards, and I know how long it takes to use things up. So when I see a supply, I can look at that and go, oh yeah, that would take me, unless I worked with this and did it this way, that would take me years to use up. I don't want to store that for years. Especially since I have supplies sitting there that I still haven't used in a while. So, maybe we'll do something with watercolor pencils. That'd be fun. I know that's kind of niche. If you don't have watercolor pencils, we don't have to do that. You could totally do watercolor. But I really enjoy watercolor pencils, and I just haven't used them in a while. Like, it's been a long while. And I feel bad, because they're so beautiful and I enjoy them so much. But again, it comes down to like time and availability. I'm just making sure you can see all this. So, who knows? I'll do a poll and folks can vote on it. You can vote on it if you want to. If you'd rather just be surprised, you can ignore the poll completely. Again, it'll be up on my communities tab. If you view YouTube over your computer. If you check on your phone, it'll pop up on your phone. So, bird. Much quicker with pen and ink if I don't have to color match. And just doing imaginary birds. Oh, I kind of want to throw in, gosh, I want this really heavy line art. I don't know what to tell you. I'm in a mood. This pen is very, very smooth. I just need to make sure that I don't get too heavy-handed and ruin the nib, because I do that with pens sometimes. Because I get super excited and then I press down too hard. Especially when I'm working for hours. Like I forget. And I need to not forget. Because I've ruined more microns that way that still had plenty of ink in them by just being too heavy-handed. And that's a me problem, not a you problem. So. Bird. Anyway. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I like him. He's fun. A little hatching. We could do some pen and ink tutorials if you want. I don't, you know, whatever you want to learn that is something in my wheelhouse, like, I'm down. So if you really want to learn botanicals and just work on leaves, we could do that. We could do different types of leaves. You know, like maple versus monstera versus ginkgo. There's tons of different shapes versus oak, you know, all the different shapes of leaves. I think that would be a ton of fun. Anyway, I think I'm just going to do the bird. I think this is just going to be a really quick little video. I have so many really long videos on here from October and stuff that I feel like you need a break from me. And I apologize for, you know, taking up such a huge chunk of your time. But, so that is the November plan. 2 videos a week, 1 a tutorial, and 1 we're just going to talk about art stuff, and we can look at things, or I can draw, we can talk about things, you know, talk about practicing, and we can do some of the psychology of what it means to think of yourself as an artist, or think of when we look at our art and consider it bad, we can talk about that. Like the mental state of thinking your art sucks. Because that's kind of a thing. And I know really amazing artists that have a really difficult time looking at their art after they've created it, because they don't think it's good. So we could talk about good art versus bad art, and how we look at our art, and our frame of mind, and our attitude. And we could look at some of the mental stuff too if you want. So, thank you for hanging out with me. This is just a quick one. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.